Hey everyone, what is going on? So we're doing more Go Battle League battles, of course. We have more Ultra League battles. I am using a relatively different team. We do have Giratina Origin form in this video. And I will tell you guys that I like Giratina Origin form, but I like it more so in the Master League. That doesn't mean it's not good in the Ultra League, right? It definitely can put in some work. It's just not as tanky, obviously, because it maxes out a lot higher, but it's still a pretty good Pokemon, and I definitely enjoyed it, and it did well for me. As you can see right now, we have a mirror match. I also have Venusaur in the back because I tell you guys, I see Swampert all the time. Everybody has a Swampert on their team, so I want that grass coverage, and Poliwrath to beat like the Registeel, right? So we're trying this team out, and I did go 3-2 in this battle. This was actually my last battle or my last set of the day, so we're just gonna go ahead and go for another charge attack. I think I go for Ominous Wind. I do, so we're gonna be able to knock out the opposing Giratina. We do win that mirror match, so that's really good for us. Just waiting to see what comes out. Going to be a Swampert. As I said, everybody has Swampert. I tried to go for an Ominous Wind, but I guess he beat me to it. Totally fine, because we do have that Venusaur in the back. Now, with Venusaur, we're not going to be able to fully knock it down. I'm going to try and get to Frenzy Plant. We do get to it. My guess is that he was going for Earthquake, possibly Sludge Wave, but he probably has Earthquake. But we're able to knock him out. And then I pull the switch immediately, anticipating something like a Registeel match. So I switch immediately into my Purified Poliwrath, and this is definitely a huge match for us because even a Focus Blast is not going to be able to knock us out. So it's just a straightforward match. We're going to be able to take it, and we're going to be able to get to another Dynamic Punch. Even before he gets to a Flash Cannon, he was probably almost there, but even a Flash Cannon, I think we would have lived that. But regardless, we do go ahead and knock out that Registeel and take game 1 of this 5-set video. So really well played to my opponent. That was a lot of fun. So let's go ahead and jump in again. Still using the same team. Yeah, as I said, Giratina Origin form, I love it. Absolutely love it for the Master League. It helped me reach rank 10 in preseason for the Master League. So I decided to make one for the Ultra to see how I liked it. And I do like it. I definitely want more practice with it though. So he switches into Alolan Muk, saving all that energy up, and I switch into my Poliwrath. This is definitely a favorable matchup for us. I don't shield the first attack from Alolan Muk because a lot of the times, first of all, a lot of the times it's a bluff. But even if it wasn't, even if it was a Sludge Wave or a Gunk Shot, Poliwrath can still take it. So I risk the bait, you know what I'm saying? So this attack is going to be the Gunk Shot or the Sludge Wave. I still take it because I know I can. So as you can see, we still go ahead and take it. We just charge up more energy and go for the Ice Punch. So we're going to be able to win this matchup or take a shield. So he does, actually it doesn't faint, but we're able to feint him down with Mud Shot, which is even better for us because we charge up more energy. So I'm going to immediately go for the Ice Punch, and luckily we do because it is going to be a Giratina altered form coming in. And he is going to be able to knock us out. We can't get to another one, but we have energy and Giratina Origin. So immediately going for that Ominous Wind, hoping to pick up a shield. Don't forget, he has Swampert in the back, so we have that Venusaur. So I'm perfectly fine with going head-to-head with this Giratina match. Going for another Ominous Wind. And that will definitely be shielded. He will get off a charge attack. Now I'm going to go ahead and shield this because I know my Venusaur beats that Swampert. So I'm okay with shielding. Waiting for him to possibly switch. He does go for another charge attack. I decide to hold off and let this one go through. Of course it's another Dragon Claw. He doesn't switch. I'm going to go ahead and get off the Ominous Wind to knock out this Giratina. It does just that. He decides not to use the shield. Totally fine. I switch in my Venusaur immediately to go head-to-head with the Swampert. I mean, I don't need to shield. I could have taken that Earthquake, but I might as well, right? There's no reason not to. So I'll go for my Frenzy Plant. I don't even click on it because I know he has to shield. And he does go ahead and shield. If he didn't, that still probably would have knocked him out. But either way, he does get to another charge attack. Is it going to be another Earthquake? It is. But again, we're still able to take it, and we could just... Well, he leaves the match, but it was over at that point. It's a really good game to my opponent. But yeah, working really well. Obviously, you don't want to encounter like a Snorlax that completely walls Giratina Origin with both of its ghost moves, right? That obviously makes sense. So for the next matchup, it's Articuno versus Giratina. So obviously we're weak to Ice. This is definitely not a good matchup for my Giratina. So I'm going to charge up a little bit, switch into Poliwrath, and I know he's going to go ahead and go for that charge attack. Going to be that Icy Wind or Ancient Power, but obviously I know Icy Wind is going to come. Does lower my attack. He is staying in, so I'm just going to go ahead and go for Dynamic Punches just to get as much damage off as possible. The attack was lowered, so that's not good, but he does pull the switch into Giratina, catching the dynamic punch. So really well played on my opponent, and that's going to do like literally no damage. So I'm just going to go ahead. I have to stay in. The switch timer is not up yet. I'm going to go for an ice punch, and that ice punch doesn't do much. Remember, our attack was lowered, so the ice punches are going to do less. We can't switch yet. Now we can switch, so I'm going to go ahead and pull the switch into my Giratina Origin form, charge up energy, and go for the Ominous Wind, hoping to pick up a shield. Let's see if he decides to shield. He's not going to, so I could have went for a Shadow Ball, but unfortunately, I was expecting the shield. So I will shield that Dragon Claw. This is definitely going to be a difficult game for us to win. In comes that Articuno with the Icy Wind. I'm going to go ahead and shield this one. Our attack is lowered. Definitely not looking good. I go straight for that Shadow Ball. I was hoping this would be enough, even with the attack debuff, to knock out Articuno. It's not. So, and he actually also doesn't shield it. This man does not want to shield. He does not want to shield at all. So he will be able to knock out my Giratina. And I'll bring in my Poliwrath to farm down. So he's up 2 shields. This is not going well for us. Gonna go ahead and go for the Ice Punch. And let's see if he decides to shield. He does not. This guy is absolutely crazy. I switch immediately, hoping to catch a Swampert. I'm like, wow, he didn't shield. We actually have a chance. Am I going to win? Obviously, I can't really go for Frenzy Plants because he has 2 shields. So I'm hoping to farm down. So I'm like, can I farm down? Can I farm down before he gets to a Hydro Cannon? I cannot. So unfortunately, he's able to win that one. But him not using 2 shields almost cost him the game. But it's okay. We lose that, but it was super close. But I mean, at the end of the day, I saved my shield as well, but he was just super risky, but that's okay. So we do go ahead and lose that one. We almost came back though, but we lose it. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into the next game. If it was a Razor Leaf variant though, we would have actually won that. So unfortunately, didn't have it though. That's okay. So for the next matchup, it's his Registeel versus my Giratina. Now, honestly, I didn't know how this matchup went because I hadn't faced it. Obviously, in the Master League, it's going to be Giratina versus Melmetal, and I know Giratina wins. And I was actually really surprised to see my Shadow Ball not really do that much. I thought it would do more, but I know Registeel is ultra tanky, definitely much tankier than Melmetal. So yeah, it looks like Registeel actually going to win this matchup. So I will go ahead and commit a shield because I want to try and come out ahead of my opponent. So I'm going to go ahead and charge up more energy, and this time I go for the bait. I go for the Ominous Wind, hoping to pick up a shield. I don't think I get one though. I do not, so that's unfortunate, but we have another Ominous Wind, so I'm going to go ahead and go for it. So we will win the lead if he doesn't shield. He will shield that one. Unfortunately, he is able to get to a Flash Cannon, so I will commit my last shield so I could farm him down. Maybe have more energy for the following Pokemon, whatever decides to come in. So let's see what it's going to be. It will be a Giratina Altered with Dragon Breath, so I'm going to immediately go for the Shadow Ball. Does he commit his last shield? Maybe he does. He does, so that's okay. At least we took his last shield, but he gained some energy. Obviously, Venus was not good. Neither is Poliwrath, to be honest with you. Poliwrath is not great against Giratina, Altered form. So, yes, we have the Ice Punch damage, and that's obviously what I have to rely on at this point. But it still really doesn't do that much. Altered form Giratina is really tanky. I mean, it adds up, so we're able to get a couple off. But let's see how this matchup goes. He's going to hit us with what I assume to be a Dragon Claw. It is. So we'll be able to take it. He switches, though, into Mewtwo. And this was a problem. If it was Swampert, we would have won because I could have brought in Venusaur. And I think I would have won. But so obviously I can't win with Venusaur. So I just go ahead and forfeit that much. So really well played to my opponent. And we're jumping into, I believe, the last game. So we do catch a favorable lead. I do have my Giratina Origin form. He has Swampert. So once he switches out, which I believe he does, we know he has that in the back. So I have my Venusaur in the back waiting for it. So right now we have the Poliwrath versus the Registeel. So I'm not going to go ahead and shield this. We could take that Focus Blast. And I will go ahead and go for my own attack, my fighting attack. Going to be that Dynamic Punch. And can we get to another one? A little bit of lag. It looked like it didn't really affect either of us. So we do get to the Dynamic Punch before he can hit a charge move. So this is really good for us. And he won't shield it. So that Registeel will go down. In comes Giratina Origin form. So another opponent using Origin form as well. Ice Punch will do more damage to the Origin form than the Altered. So Definitely happy to see that. He does go for an Ominous Wind right now, so I'm not going to go ahead. Poliwrath did its job. It took out that Registeel, did damage to Origin Form. We can let it go. And we're going to bring in my own Origin Form already loaded on Energy, so that's really good for me. He will go ahead and shield that up. That's good. We do take a shield. We do get to another one. So I'm going to go ahead and fire it off right now. And that won't be shielded, however, we're able to feint him down. So we're in a really powerful position. We know that Swampet's in the back, so is he just going to leave the game? I don't know. We have 2 shields. There's no way we could lose. He does leave the game. Really good game to my opponent. Definitely some tough battles. So as I said, we did go 3-2 in this set, and overall I'm happy with that. Hoping to reach rank 10 eventually, and that's going to be it for this one, guys. See you in the next video. Have a good day. Bye. Thank you so much for checking out my latest video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter. If you like this video, check out one of my other videos that you'll probably enjoy.